I asked the boy beneath the pines. He said, the master's gone alone, herb picking, somewhere on the mountain, cloud hidden, whereabouts unknown. The whole power of the poem is in the mysterious imprecision of the old man's whereabouts, which somehow or other brings the spirit of the hermit sage closer to the inquirer than an actual meeting. His absence says more than his presence. Lost somewhere on the cloud-hidden mountain, he communicates far more than if he had come down to explain himself. And this spirit would be totally missed by the literal-minded, no-nonsense sort of person who at this point would want to clear away the clouds and the mystery, to rush in and find out just exactly where the old fellow has gone and just what herbs he is picking. You know, it's absolutely impossible to understand and appreciate our natural universe unless you know when to stop investigating. In our restlessness, we're always tempted to climb every hill and cross every skyline to find out what lies beyond. Yet as you get older and wiser, it isn't just flagging energy, but rather increasing wisdom that teaches you to look at mountains from below, or perhaps just climb them a little way. For at the top, you can no longer see the mountain. And beyond on the other side, there is perhaps just another valley like this. An old Indian aphorism says, "What is beyond is that which is also here." And you mustn't mistake this for a kind of blasé boredom, tiring of adventure. It's the startling recognition that in the place where we are now, we have already arrived. This is it. What we are seeking is, if we are not totally blind, already here. For if you must follow that trail up the mountainside to its bitter end, you will discover that it leads eventually right back to the suburbs. But only an exceedingly stupid person will think that that's where the trail really goes. For the actual truth is that the trail goes to every single place that it crosses. It leads also to where you are standing and watching it vanish into the hills. You are already in the true beyond to which it leads. Many a time I have had intense delight in listening to some hidden waterfall in a mountain canyon, a sound all the more wonderful since I have set aside the urge to ferret the thing out, clear up the mystery, and find out just where the stream comes from and where it goes. Every stream, every road, if followed persistently and meticulously to its end, leads nowhere at all. And this is why the compulsively investigative mind is always landing up in what it believes to be the disillusion, the hard and bitter reality of the actual facts. Playing a violin is, after all, only scraping cat's entrails with horsehair. The stars in heaven are, after all, only radioactive rocks and gas. But this is the illusion, that truth is to be found only by picking everything to pieces like a spoiled child. This is why the painters of the Far East so seldom tell all, why they avoid filling in every detail, and why they leave in their paintings great areas of emptiness and vagueness. These aren't just unfilled background. They are integral parts of the whole composition. Suggestive and pregnant voids and mists which leave something to our imagination, even though we don't make the mistake of trying actually to fill them in with detail in the mind's eye. We let them remain suggestive. Autumn clouds, vague and obscure. The evening, lonely and chill. I felt the dampness on my garments, but saw no spot and heard no sound of rain. Cliffs that rise 1,000 feet without a break. Lake that stretches 100 miles without a wave. Sands that are white through all the year without a stain. Pine tree woods, winter and summer evergreen. Streams that forever flow and flow without a pause. Trees that for 20,000 years your vows have kept. You have suddenly healed the pain of a traveler's heart and moved his brush to write a new song. There was something vague before heaven and earth arose. How calm, how void. It stands alone, unchanging. It acts everywhere, untiring. It may be considered the mother of everything under heaven. I do not know its name, but call it by the word Tao. The Tao is something blurred and indistinct. How indistinct, how blurred. Yet within it are images. How blurred, how indistinct, yet within it are things. How dim, how confused, yet within it is creative power. Picking chrysanthemums along the eastern fence, gazing in silence at the southern hills. The birds fly home in pairs through the soft mountain air of dusk. In all these things there is a deep meaning, but when we are about to express it, we suddenly forget the words. The song of birds, the voices of insects, are all means of conveying truth to the mind. In flowers and grasses, we see messages of the Tao. The scholar, pure and clear of mind, serene and open of heart, should find in everything what nourishes him. But if you want to know where the flowers come from, even the god of spring doesn't know. Things are produced around us, but no one knows the whence. They issue forth, but no one sees the portal. Men, one and all, value that part of knowledge which is known. They do not know how to avail themselves of the unknown in order to reach knowledge. Is not this misguided? But it isn't by pushing relentlessly and aggressively beyond those hills that we discover this unknown and persuade nature to disclose her secrets. What is beyond, that is also here. Any place where we are may be considered the center of the universe. Anywhere that we stand can be considered the destination of our journey. But we have to be receptive and open.